Good God, Ludlow! How could you be so stupid?
I still don't know, sir.
Don't tell me I didn't warn you 1,000,000 times! You are lucky that we are short on people with your skills, or I'd have demoted you there and then.
I'm so sorry, sir. There is no way I could describe my regret for what happened that night.
Why did you not lock your cabin when you were out?
An honest mistake, sir. It won't happen again.
It won't indeed, because I'm confiscating that weapon.
But I still have my rights as an officer.
This is my ship and... No, I'm not telling you again. You know very well what I mean.
I know, but it's just...
Your self-proclaimed privilege to walk around armed almost got an innocent man killed, Ludlow. A dear friend of mine. Was I wrong to trust you? Was I? I am an old fool.
You are not, sir. Ian would have found another way. There was little any of us could do.
After what happened, the passengers have lost total faith in my authority. To restore that, I have decided to make you steward, Rensburg. I want the both of you to pamper our guests as much as possible. And if I hear as much as one complaint, I'm going to have to use force to correct it.
I'm not sure I understand, sir. Why me?
Without Brunswick and Ian, I can't afford to lose any more experienced sailors. You are not an experienced sailor, but you are a charismatic young man. I need a keeper of the peace who warrants a civilized atmosphere for our honored guests. I already informed our chef, Mr. Andra Aubertin, about your promotion. You will find him in the galley, where he will show you what duties a steward of the Herald has. Please leave now, both of you.
Well, congratulations. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Got yourself a blue coat in less than a week.
I'm sorry. This must have been hard for you.
I'll get over it. It's not the first time the captain and I clashed like this. And whatever the case, this is exactly what we need right now. Absolutely brilliant, Devon.
Care to explain how that was supposed to be brilliant?
Don't you remember what we talked about earlier? There's something strange going on aboard this ship, and you are going to find out what. Because as a steward, you will be the passenger's lackey, so you get to serve their food, rub their backs, and tuck them in at night.
That sounds awfully dull. Is that all there is to it?
Nothing more, nothing less. Well, off to the galley with you. Be sure to stop by the crew's quarters first. You'll find a nice blue coat inside the cabinet there. And while you enjoy that shiny new jacket of yours, don't forget to eavesdrop on our unsuspicious victims.
Caleb had thoroughly scrubbed the blood from the floor, but I couldn't get the harrowing image of Brunswick lying there out of my mind. A blue steward's coat lay inside the cabinet, just like Ludlow told me. It felt strange to be its new owner.
Well, look at you. All dressed up. On your way to the galley, are you? It's through there and to the right. And between you and me, the cook is a strange feller. Don't you believe a thing he says, Ransburg.
In the corner stood a laundry basket filled with dirty napkins. I wasn't surprised, because the senator usually requested a new one after every single bite. Such wastefulness. The large tankards we drank from could be found sitting around on trays everywhere. Not very surprising, since drinking is a sailor's favorite pastime. Day-old bread was put on the table next to the galley, providing a quick snack for sailors passing by. Undra's own fondness of fresh bread usually resulted in an excess of it. The tin plates we ate off gave a metallic taste to all the food that had touched them. It couldn't be healthy.
Ah, my new help has arrived. I've never seen you down here before, Devon. What have you done to deserve this sorry job?
The captain believes I'm better suited to working with people than with ships. And so do I.
Well, he gave you a blue coat and took from you a sailor's life. You are a servant now. A servant at sea, but a servant nonetheless. What does a servant do, you ask me? He cleans and he cooks, of course. But aboard a ship like the Herald, he also has the duty of recreating a little piece of the protectorate for our dear passengers. Lest they forget they're still part of it.
I have little to no experience being a steward. I'd be glad if you could show me the ropes.
Unlike the work above deck, our job has less to do with ropes and more with silver spoons and plates. Don't forget your silver tongue either. No, time to get to business. This here is Danielle, my sous chef, and he has prepared luncheon for the passengers this morning.
Hello, Devon. Pleased to meet you.
So for your first task, would you be so kind as to serve Lady Tabitha and Senator Morton their grub in the dining saloon?
I'll do my best, Mr. Obertal. I'll make sure our guests are well looked after.
I'm sure you will, Devon. And please just call me Undra. Now, remember to return here after you're done so I can give you your next assignment.
The dining tray contained the food for Lady Tabitha and Mr. Morton.
How despicable that the captain did not see this coming. It's just unbelievable.
You should stop worrying about everything, Uncle. Every time you frown like that, you get a new wrinkle.
I'm a man, Tabitha. Wrinkles give me character. And besides, I can't waste my time on silly things like that.
Why shouldn't a politician care about his appearance? Your line of work requires you to persuade others. A dashing appearance would surely give you an advantage.
Who said I didn't care about my appearance? Am I not dashing enough for you?
Well, you could try and follow the latest trends from the colonies. Colourful and less stern, more brisk.
I represent the Protectorate, my dear, not some exotic roadshow.
But what if I wanted to dress myself more like a member of an exotic roadshow? Would that be acceptable?
Now don't get any ideas, Tabitha. Your father...
Yes? My father... what?
Your father wouldn't approve, my dear.
Indeed. But father's not here. And why should you have the right to tell me what to do when he's not around?
Because I am your appointed guardian. That's why.
I'm a grown woman. Why would I have need of a chaperone? Times are changing, Uncle.
Enough now, dear. Say your prayers and eat before it gets cold.
Could you pass me the salt, please?
The lady wants salt on her food.
Now, Uncle, a little please wouldn't hurt.
Please, boy, the salt.
How much salt would please the lady?
I can do it myself. Thank you.
Tabitha, let the boy do his job. Good. I'd like some as well. Could you, boy?
As you wish, sir.
That's how I expect it to be done. Remember, a good servant is only there when needed. Any other time, he blends in with his surroundings. Now please leave us.
Danielle, is that you? Can you hand me the saucepan?
Little bits of food were still stuck on the inside of the pan. It seemed like Danielle had been in a rush when he washed the dishes. Fresh produce was rare aboard the Herald, but carrots stay good for quite some time when kept high and dry. Alas, the galley did not provide such conditions. There was a saucepan on the worktop.
Oh, Devon! I didn't expect you back already. Say, were our honorable guests pleased with their meals?
Lady Tabitha seemed very pleased.
Only Lady Tabitha? Well, don't fret. It is not the first time we failed to please the upper gentry. No time to dawdle, though. These meals here need to go to Officer Brunswick and Dr. Garrick. You can find them both in Brunswick's cabin. Oh, and keep an eye out for Danielle, will you? I don't know where he is, but he has a knack for dozing off on the job. Send him back here if you see him.
The tray contained the food for Officer Brunswick and Dr. Garrick.
I'm so... Why? Don't break.
Poor man. How bad is it?
He's gravely wounded, but the officer's putting up a fight. We really need to make sure the wound doesn't become infected. Gangrene could pose a serious threat to his condition, especially out at sea.
Please, no, it's precious. You're... Stop.
Shh, don't fight it, Rupert.
I have his meal here, Doctor.
It's unlikely he'll keep anything down in this state. I'll help him eat after I've administered his medicine.
Devon? Oh. Devon, is that you?
Officer, please, don't push yourself so much. You need to rest. Mr. Rensburg, get me my briefcase. I need...
Just tell me how Ian is doing.
Why do you care? He almost killed you, sir. He's locked up in the brig, where he belongs.
He's just a boy, Devon. A very confused boy. Thank God he's safe, at least. Are they feeding him well? You should give him my food. Otherwise he...
Rupert, stop straining yourself. I don't want you...
Do it for me, Devon. The captain won't feed him well. Not after what he has done. Please,
Fetch me my briefcase, Mr. Rensburg. Now!
Let me out of bed!
No, you stay put. You're riling yourself up too much and need to calm down. Devon, quickly, a bottle of laudanum. It's in the front pocket of my medical kit.
Several bottles with various pills and ointments were in the side pockets of the bag. There was only one bottle of laudanum left in Gerrig's bag, and even that was half empty.
Is this all, Mr. Rensburg? I had another full bottle of this with me.
Are you really sure you had more?
I'm almost 100% positive. I always take a few extra bottles with me on a long journey. Laudanum is a very common mixture of opium and alcohol. It's used for quite a few ailments. I can't have used them all up already.
Opium and alcohol? Sounds like a strong combination. Do you think someone robbed you to have a fun time?
I wouldn't be surprised. Some people are quite fond of its effect. It makes the user all fuzzy and warm inside, not to mention the dangerous illusion of being completely carefree for a while. Well, if you would, keep an eye out for someone with a flushed face. Laudanum usually makes people blush a little. Now please leave us, Mr. Rensburg. The officer deserves some privacy when I administer his dose.